After the reading, as the crowd applauded, Sophie turned to thank Brett and found him gazing at her entrancingly. Neither one said a word, and the magnetism of the moment amplified. He took both her hands in his, and she readied for the kiss she'd missed out on last night. She didn't care that they were in the middle of a bookstore, or that it would be a kiss from a man who might be incapable of ever giving her more. She wanted that kiss, and this time she wasn't going to spend the night wondering why she didn't get it. She went up on her toes as he pushed a hand beneath her hair, drawing her forward. Spearmint and the unique scent of Brett coalesced, and she closed her eyes. She waved awkwardly toward the line and said, Would you mind if I got an autograph? That's why we're here. Brett's gaze flicked to the guy again as they stepped into line. His jaw was clenched, and his gaze moved over the room as if he expected there to be trouble at any minute. That aggression and his sexual bravado were part of what set him apart from any other man. Sophie realized with surprise that she was as attracted to those parts of him as she was to the side that had brought her here tonight. Kurt took the time to chat with each and every person who had come out to see him. He spoke quietly, as if he were more comfortable reading in character than absorbing the attention of fans. The pictures in the back of his books didn't do him justice. His blue eyes were set off by thick dark hair and refined features. He was handsome, as the women in front of them were remarking, but he didn't hold a candle to Brett. She stole another glance at Brett. The sharpness she'd seen had softened. He smiled and brushed his fingers over hers. It was such a gentle touch it took her off guard, and her pulse quickened again. When it was their turn, Kurt looked up, and his eyes widened. "Brett, I didn't expect to see you here." Kurt's smile was open and friendly as he came around the table and embraced him. He turned that disarming smile to Sophie, and when she opened her mouth to greet him, her fangirl slipped out. "Wow, Kurt Remington! Oh my God, I can't— Your books!" He and Brett both laughed. "I think what Sophie is trying to say is that she adores your books." Brett put his hand on the small of Sophie's back as if he knew she needed grounding. His touch helped bring her down from the clouds, and she managed what she hoped was a normal, not a fangirl smile. "Yeah, I got that," Kurt smiled. "Don't worry, it happens a lot. But what readers don't realize is that I'm just as nervous as you are. Even after years of meeting fans, I still get a thrill when someone tells me, or can't tell me," he said with an appreciative glimmer in his eyes, "how much they love my books. Thank you for reading them. It means the world to me." "I really love your books. The way you build suspense is incredible. I have to keep all the lights on in my apartment while I read." Kurt laughed and glanced at Brett. "At least you can take it. This guy can't handle thrillers." "Maybe all his bravado is just for show," Sophie teased. Brett scoffed. "She loves my bravado." They talked for a few minutes, and when Kurt signed a copy of his most recent release, Brett took a picture with his phone. "Let me get a picture of the two of you." Brett motioned to Kurt and Sophie. After he took the picture, he asked a salesperson to take a picture of the three of them. He put his arm around Sophie. "A Sophie sandwich," he whispered in her ear. I sure am hungry." Quintessential Brett. She had a huge smile in that picture, and she knew she'd treasure it even more than the signed book and photograph with Kurt. As they left the bookstore, Sophie was on cloud 9 again. The fact that Brett had brought her to see not just her favorite author, but the man Grace had told him she'd dreamed about, underscored just how confident Brett really was, which made him even more appealing. "Thank you," she said. "That was incredible." He put an arm around her and said, "You can thank me properly later." And just like that, the Brett she knew so well returned.